Welcome to your introduction of the Quality Management System, revised July 14, 2011, for Active Minerals International, LLC. At Active Minerals, our quality management system is designed to meet the requirements of the ISO 9000-2008 standard. This standard, published by the International Organization for Standardization, is a guideline for an organization to create a quality business management system. A quality management system is a set of interrelated or interacting elements to establish policy and objectives and to achieve those objectives, and to direct and control an organization with respect to process management. In other words, a quality management system is the blueprint for achieving goals and improving products and processes. The responsibility to meet and achieve these objectives are shouldered by all employees equally. Every quality management system is driven by the customer. Based on customer requirements, plants or distributors determine what type of product needs to be produced. Product is measured and analyzed before it is sent to the customer, and changes are made based on their level of satisfaction and the consistency of our quality. If improvements need to be made, it is the responsibility of leadership and management to communicate with customers and employees the changes which need to occur. It is a requirement of the ISO 9000-2008 standard that management provide the resources necessary to implement any improvement initiative or process change. When completed, this cycle drives the overall goal of quality management system, which is continual improvement. A system is a collection of interrelated processes with a common set of objectives and outputs. Identifying, understanding, and managing interrelated processes as a system contributes to the organization's effectiveness and efficiency in achieving its objectives. This principle applies to the whole quality management system. In essence, the quality management system is a group of interrelated processes focused on effectively and efficiently achieving the organization's quality objectives. All quality management systems consist of several different elements or levels of documents which progressively become more detailed. These elements are the business policy, the business strategies and objectives, the quality manual, standard operating procedures, work instructions, and records. The highest level documents are the business policy and strategies. The business policy is the overall intention and direction for an organization, which is formally expressed by top management. Business strategies or objectives are what are sought or aimed for related to the business. They can be product or quality management system related, as needed to support and achieve the policy. The policy and strategies are the identity and direction of the organization and are posted at multiple areas at each plant and office. Once approved and communicated, these documents become the goals which all management is committed towards reaching. This is Active Minerals International Business Policy, as written by Dennis Parker, President and CEO of the company. The next element of the quality management system is the quality manual. The quality manual is a document specifying the quality management system policies of an organization. The quality manual of Active Minerals International is reviewed and approved annually. The quality manual is a basic summary of every aspect of the organization. The Active Minerals Quality Manual is organized so that it follows the ISO 9000-2008 standard. You will find that the requirements of the ISO 9000-2008 standard are written in black text, while directly below, in bold blue text, is how Active Minerals currently meets that requirement. For example, Section 7.51 states that the organization shall plan and carry out production and service provision under controlled conditions. And Part C of Section 7.51 states that controlled conditions include the use of suitable equipment. Directly below, in blue text, the following is stated: AMI ensures the provision and maintenance of suitable equipment needed to achieve product quality. Each site is responsible for development of a preventative maintenance program specific to their needs. The entire quality manual is set up in this format. A procedure is a more detailed description of what is written in the quality manual. It is a prescribed way to carry out an activity or process. Documented procedures describe process inputs and activities required to meet objectives and outputs that meet requirements. Documented procedures are controlled documents. Each procedure is formatted in the same way. The title should be clear and written at the top of the page. In this case, it says Plant Production Quincy. A site-specific procedure, such as this one, should also have a procedure number associated with it. This procedure is SOP 752Q. The 752 represents the section of the quality manual the document is describing, and the Q designates this procedure as being part of the Quincy plant. A work instruction is a document which provides step-by-step instruction on how to complete specific tasks or jobs which are required to follow a procedure. These documents are to be used by the workforce to aid in performing detailed tasks. Since these tasks must be performed in the same manner each time, often with intervals between applications, written work instructions for proper performance are necessary. The extent of detail offered in this type of document is usually based on the training and experience level of the employees of the organization. All work instructions are controlled documents. Work instructions are typically written in a step-by-step format and also may include additional safety or troubleshooting information. Like procedures, all work instructions must have a title, but they may or may not have a work instruction number. This practice is different at each location. They may also be formatted as a form which is checked off as each step is completed, such as the bulk bag loading checklist. Records are documents stating results, evidence of compliance to processes, and/or product requirements. Any form that you fill out becomes a record. Each record has a documented person who maintains them for a designated period of time. All forms serve as evidence that we are following our procedures. Any form that you fill out or invoice during the course of a day becomes a record. Each record has a documented person who maintains them for a designated period of time. Some may only be kept for a day, others may be kept for over 7 years. It is important to understand where you should turn in paperwork, such as packing slips, production sheets, and calibration forms, so that they may be filed and preserved properly. Although it is not a requirement that you memorize every procedure, there are several procedures that all employees of Active Minerals are required to have read and understood. They are document control, control of records, corrective action and preventative action, non-conforming product, any procedures that are specific to your location and your job. Along with the business policy and strategies, these are the core procedures which are required to effectively maintain the quality management system. The document control procedure is a requirement of the ISO 9000-2008 standard. Its purpose is to ensure that people of the organization are working with the latest and appropriate revision of the particular documents governing their activities. It also ensures that process and procedure changes are reviewed, approved, and communicated effectively. Most of the documents you will use are stored on an off-site server called SpringCM. The documents are password protected. If you have access to a computer for your position, you will be given the login information which allows you to download the documents. Only document owners are allowed to change a document. However, anyone can request a document change by filling out a corrective action. All controlled documents must have a title and a revision date. The revision date is very important as it ensures that the most current version of the document is being used. Control of records is another ISO required procedure. Records provide evidence of compliance with the system, product, customer requirements, qualifications of personnel, test results, equipment performance, and so on. It is often necessary for presentation or acceptance of the product and/or service. This applies to produce product, service, and/or purchase product or service. All records for a specific location are listed on that site's records list. Also documented is the location of the record and the amount of time the record is retained. Many of the retention times are determined based on our requirements, yet several are based on legal requirements. In this example, the site-specific records on air quality are kept for 10 years at each plant. Therefore, 10 years' worth of emissions check sheets for the Aiken plant, as shown above, should be located at the Aiken plant. The control of non-conforming product procedure is a very important part of the improvement of each location. This procedure ensures that products or services that do not conform to requirements are identified and controlled to prevent unintended use or delivery. This procedure can be applied to a product that Active Minerals produces and a product or service supplied by a vendor. This first example shows acceptable and unacceptable pallet conditions. The unacceptable pallet would be considered non-conforming product, and it is required that this material be marked, fixed, and separated from the conforming product. The second picture is an example of a contractor-related non-conforming product. Here, a contractor has left a large pile of clay on the ground without notifying a supervisor or cleaning up the spillage. The corrective and preventative action procedure defines the process for documenting nonconformances, determining causes and actions taken to eliminate causes, preventing recurrences, and reviewing effectiveness of actions taken. Corrective and preventative actions provide the platform for employees to document and correct/prevent recurring issues at each location. A corrective action is filed to prevent a problem from occurring again. A preventative action is filed to prevent a problem from ever occurring. By using and not abusing this system, this procedure drives the continual improvement initiative at each plant. Corrective and preventative actions, or CAPA, are documented on the CAPA form, which is located at several locations at each plant. To write one, simply fill out the Initiated By box with your name and check whether you would like to receive an update on the progress of the corrective action or not. In the issue description, write down what the issue is, and remember, these forms will be given to a supervisor or manager who may or may not be aware of the situation, so please be sure to write neatly and provide as much detail as possible. A successful quality management system effectively does the following: say what you do what you say, check for differences, correct differences. Say what you do is done through the quality policy, quality objectives, and documented procedures. Do what you say by having the records to support that you are following procedures. Check for differences by measuring and monitoring processes and product. And correct those differences through corrective and preventative action. Thank you. If you have any questions, please speak with your manager or the QMS manager.